Chapter 27. Robin stood beside her car in the parking lot, felt her weapon, and began walking. The Wachtell Color Building's frontage looming closer and more malevolent with each step. Her watch confirmed what instinct already knew. Pete had been inside too long. As she approached the entrance, a surveillance camera tracked her movement with mechanical precision, its lens adjusting like a hawk focusing on a rabbit. The control center revealed itself as Wachtell's true sanctuary, a space where sterile technology merged with bizarre attempts at natural ambience. Distinct work zones radiated from a central command area. Massive aquariums lined the walls and interspersed throughout, their tropical inhabitants swimming lazy patterns through filtered light. Artificial plants reached toward fluorescent suns, their plastic perfection another attempt to simulate life in this temple of controlled lunacy. Larry's grip on Pete's arm remained constant as Wachtell led them past bubbling tanks to a work table where electronic components lay arranged with surgical precision. "Larry's my masterpiece," Wachtell caressed the words. "Controllable rage, he's a good worker too, tireless, and his hands are very delicate." Pete's throbbing arm screamed evidence to the contrary. Wachtell lifted a microprocessor board with the reverence of a priest handling a holy relic. His voice took on an evangelical tone. "Every day, Larry connects hundreds of these processing units to all sorts of video equipment, none bearing the Wachtell color label. To track them, he records the various products and their serial numbers, so I can evaluate their performance. What is science without data?" Then his pride veered toward paranoia. "He's my one-man workforce. I don't need cohorts. There's no one to betray me and bring me down." As he spoke, the monitor behind him revealed Robin entering the lobby. "This baby is 2 mean megabytes of memory and graphics." The unit thrust toward Pete seemed to pulse with malevolent superpowers. 16 million bits of rage. Red warning lights painted the room in blood tones as a piercing buzzer shattered the aquarium's peaceful bubbling. The screen showed Robin taking control of the situation, and the receptionist, with practiced efficiency. "She doesn't know anything," Wachtell shouted, raw panic unmasking his omnipotent persona. "Bring him to the table." Pete's resistance might as well have been a child fighting a machine. His desperate jab connected with Larry's head, netting him Wachtell's sharp command, "Hit him back." Larry's return blow sent colors exploding through Pete's faculties. The nearby leather and steel examination table waited for a victim, its restraints and overhead apparatus suggesting torture rather than treatment. Larry's push sent Pete down onto the cold surface as Wachtell positioned a monitor above, its screen already beginning to pulse with light patterns. Pete squeezed his eyes shut against the assault. "Make him open his eyes." With practiced precision, Larry's fingers found a pressure point. White-hot pain forced Pete to cry out and open his eyes as he struggled to resurrect Charlie's lifeless face. But the ruthless flashes battered and denied his memory. He fingered the perfumed linen wadded in his pocket, but Wachtell snatched it away upon seeing it and waved it under Larry's nose with mocking ceremony before discarding it. "Seems a bit too sweet for a man." Something in Larry's expression, a hint of recognition, briefly poked through the wall of strict obedience. Pete noted the big man's reaction as his own consciousness began to fade and his head lolled to one side. "So soon? I know you're primed, but this is quick. Maybe too quick." The needle under Pete's fingernail meted no response. Satisfied, Wachtell turned to watch Robin approaching his office on the monitor, the bound receptionist providing evidence of her determination. A button press sent the product development door sliding open on the screen, startling Robin mid-stride. "Let go of him! Go get her!" Larry's heavy footsteps echoed through the double doors as Robin entered the other space, her drawn weapon professional, but probably inadequate against what awaited her. Rows of metal cabinets laid shadows across her path as she continued beyond the emergency exit's promise. The cell block erupted at Larry's passage, shrieks and grasping hands reaching from darkness. Martha's spit flew through the bars, landing on his cheek. As he wiped it away, something sentient flickered behind his eyes, an emotion not quite erased by Wachtell's tinkering. Back in control, Wachtell was hot with rage as he shouted over Pete's helpless form. "I trusted you with secrets. Now I have to find out if I've been betrayed." His face pressed close, spittle flying. I want you to go deep, very deep, past the conscious mind, along the same path we traveled before. Pete's slight jerk fed the scientist's frenzy. What do you see? The stone. Good. Roll it away from the cave. It is already. What? Tell me what's inside. TVs, monitors, video. Pete's eyes snapped open as Robin's ghost image, clutching a cat, screamed, "No!" His surge upward caught Wachtell perfectly, skull meeting skull with a crack that left them both reeling. Pete rolled off the table as Wachtell stumbled toward his weapon, each one navigating their separate spinning rooms. The gun appeared just as Pete's fist connected, sending Wachtell crashing into a wall. His wild shot found the nearest aquarium, which exploded in a cascade of glass, water, and startled fish. The tropical creatures flopped desperately on the floor, their perfect environment shattered like Wachtell's illusion of control. Pete stayed low, using furniture for cover as he worked toward the exit. Another shot went wide as he reached the cell block, leaving Wachtell amid the spreading river of his artificial Eden.